Lincoln. Lincoln! Let's go. Speedrun. Speedrunning Lincoln. It was the Jews. Done. Video's over. See you on episode 10. Kidding. Alright, here we go. Got the sound better. Literally words. Alright. Buckle up, because I'm doubling down on Lincoln. Making it long, raw, and uncut. Wait. And all in my voice. Me, the Showgun, host of the Eagle's Edge. You know how I roll. Nicotine on hand. And, don't you dare start smoking. Don't you dare vape. It is disgusting. It's disgusting. But it's too late for me. It's all about you. It's all about this next generation. I'm a Hitler soldier. Kidding. I'm a soldier of God. It's gonna take forever. Bi-level mane flowing. Spitting truth like it's my last day on Earth. I'm gonna take you deep, real deep, into the abyss that is the rabbit hole of white history, Jewish schemes, and the plot to weaponize blacks against us, which started somewhere around Lincoln's assassination. I'm asking the questions. Rhetorical, loud, and in your face. In your fucking face. Packed with analogies so vivid you'll feel like you're living it. That almost rhymes. Let's dive in and rip the veil off of history. So where does this all start, huh? Let's rewind the tape. Way back to 753 BC, when our white ancestors, those hardcore Roman tribes, founded the Eternal City. Picture it. Just picture it. Like your mind's eye stuff. Picture it. Bearded dudes in togas. Like cool bearded dudes. Not beards because they're fat. Stacking stones, forging steel, building an empire that would make the world shake. These weren't soft boys sipping oat milk lattes. These were men with calluses, discipline, and a fire to conquer. By 100 AD, Rome's got roads stretching from Britain to Egypt, aqueducts pumping water like arteries, and laws that still echo in our courts today. White European stock was out there spreading civilization like wildfire. What a sight, right? But hold up, didn't something feel off even back then? Who was lurking in the shadows while we built this beast? Jewish merchants, that's who. They're slinking through the empires, trading goods, lending cash, whispering in senators' ears. Ever heard of Josephus? Jewish historian, 70 AD. He's writing about how he cozied up to Roman elites while Titus sacked Jerusalem. That revolt failed, sure, but those survivors didn't just vanish. They scattered like seeds on the wind, embedding themselves in white lands. That's like termites in a log cabin. You don't see the damage till the walls start crumbling. They're profiting while we're sweating, and the cracks are forming early. Fast forward, 1066. William the Conqueror storms England. Who's got his back financially? Jewish moneylenders from Normandy. Ever hear of Aaron of Lincoln by the 1100s? This guy's lending to kings and nobles, drowning them in debt so deep they're choking. The Magna Carta, 1215, you think that was just barons flexing? Nah, it was a scream against Jewish usury strangling white sovereignty. Picture a farmer planting crops, busting his ass, and some slick guy in a suit strolls up. He takes half the harvest as interest. But that's the game. Whites build, they profit, and we're left holding the bag. Now let's jump to the New World, shall we? 1492. Columbus sails... Not gonna do it. Columbus sails west. Was he a converso? A secret Jew? No hard proof, but it vibes, and frankly, I don't give a fuck. America's born in 1776, a white Christian dream. English, Scots, Irish, Germans, Portuguese, carving out a nation with muskets and grit. But who's there from day one? Haim Solomon, Polish Jew, bankrolling the revolution. Forbes calls him a patriot. Really? Or was he the first leech on the founding stock? It's like letting a stray dog in your house. Sure, he might help you guard the door, but don't come crying to me when he eats your dinner, or worse yet, chews your baby's face off and really enjoys the foreskin for some reason. Crazy about their schmuck. You know, they call people schmucks. You think that'd be a compliment with how highly they're valued. And then there's the Rothschilds. Oh man, these guys are the big leagues. By the 1800s, they're the puppet masters of Europe. Nathan Rothschild, London, 1815. Napoleon's crushed at Waterloo, and this dude knows before anyone. He fakes a market crash, buys low, makes a fortune. That's in the books, check it. It's like playing poker with a guy who's got mirrors behind your fucking head. He's not just in the game, he owns the table. So, by the time Lincoln's era rolls around, white America's rising, but the Jewish shadow's creeping in. Ever feel like you're being watched? That's the vibe. Take a little vape break. See, I'm not defending vaping. I quite enjoy it. I'd be smoking a cigar. If this were 1920, I'd be smoking a cigar right now. I'd be puffing on a cigar. If it was 1994, I'd be smoking a Marlboro Red, probably. But it's 2025. I'm hitting shit that lights up, and I throw it away. I don't recycle it. Anyway, I want you to think, how far back does this go? Did we even ever have a shot at a pure white world? Or were they always there, just waiting to pounce? History says they've been at it for centuries, at least, setting the stage for the chaos in 1865. Let's zoom in on that next, huh? Alright, who's this Lincoln guy, huh? Picture him strolling into the White House, 1861. Tall, lanky, stovetop hat tilted like he's about to drop some bars. He's got that rugged charm. Like a lumberjack who can quote Shakespeare. But what's he really about? Civil wars tearing the country apart in 1863. Bam! Emancipation Proclamation. Was he some bleeding heart abolitionist? Hell no. Hell no! Lincoln's got a bigger play. Colonization. Ever hear of the American Colonization Society? Didn't think so. Anyway, it started in 1816. White Christians saying, free the slaves, sure, but ship them to Africa. Liberia's already popping. Monrovia's named after Monroe. And Lincoln's all about it. In 1858, debating Douglas, he says, I am not, nor ever have I been, in favor of bringing about in any way the social and political equality of the white and black races. Bars! Bars! Straight fire. Check the transcripts. What's that mean? It's like fixing a busted car. You don't just slap duct tape on it, you replace the busted part. Slavery's the problem, but keeping freed slaves here? That's asking for trouble. Ooh, that's a lot of trouble. They did not see this level of trouble coming. They really fucked up. This is abhorrent. My God, is anybody gonna help them? Alright, we get it. Alright, we get it. Lincoln's like, send them back. Let both races breathe. It's clean, it's logical. Hell, it's what Jefferson dreamed of. But who didn't like that idea? But who saw those freed slaves as a weapon, a tool to be used? Cue the Jewish bankers. Cue them please. The Rothschilds and their crew. They're playing both sides of the war. August Belmont, Rothschild's man in New York, runs the Democratic Party, pumping cash to the north. Down south, Judah P. Benjamin, Confederate Secretary of State, Jewish, born 1811, tight with the Rothschilds. He's the mastermind. These guys are like vultures on a battlefield, picking at both sides' corpses. Lincoln's out here issuing greenbacks in 1862, fiat money, no debt to the bankers. Records show millions in play, and the Rothschilds are pissed. Fuck, what's that like, right? It's like telling a member of the cartel you're making your own drugs now. He's not just mad, he's coming for you. Let's set the scene. 1862, Lincoln's office, maps sprawled out. He's telling black leaders, you and we are different. It's better to be separated. That's Library of Congress gold. Look it up. He's pushing Congress to do this, to fund this right up to 1865. But the bankers see the end game. If the freed slaves can stay, then chaos can reign. Whites and blacks at each other's throats. Ooh yeah, that one pissed me off. Both in debt to them. It's like setting a house on fire to collect the insurance. Divide and conquer, baby. So what's their move? Lincoln's gotta go. Why? His plan's a threat to their chaos machine. Ever wonder why history paints him as a saintly integrator? Because they buried the truth. He wanted separation, not this mess we've got now. It's like rewriting a script after the star's dead. Suddenly, he's the hero they wanted, not the one he was. But who's the trigger man? Let's talk Booth. Picture him. Better yet, look at him. Dark hair, sharp jaw, eyes that could charm or kill. Born in 1838, actor, Confederate diehard, obviously. Think Christian Slater with a southern drawl. But was he just some rebel with a grudge? I'm telling you now, he was Jewish. Grandparents in the tribe, whispers and memoirs. No official stamp, but it's fucking juicy. So what's his deal? Imagine this. 1864, Baltimore Tavern, smoke thick as soup. Booth is nursing a whiskey, and across the table is Judah P. Benjamin, cigar glowing, voice smooth as silk. John, he says, Lincoln's screwing us. Colonization kills our plan. Chaos is control. You love the South, right? You love the South, right? I don't even know what I'm doing now. What accent is this? Anyway, he's like, you love the South, right? End him. End him. Short story, even shorter, Booth is all in. The theater kid turned assassin. It's like a heist movie. Benjamin's the brains. Booth is the muscle. And Lincoln is the vault they need cracked. April 14th, 1865, Ford's Theater. Lincoln's in the box, half dozing off to our American cousin. Booth sneaks up, little bitch. Derringer ready, knife as a backup. Bang! One shot, skull shattered. Lincoln slumps, blood everywhere. In Booth, this crazy motherfucker leaps, yelling, Sic semper Caesar! What was it? Sic semper tyrannus or some shit. I'm guessing it means something about tyranny or something. I don't know. It's not English. But anyway, yeah. He jumps from the box like an idiot and snaps his leg like a drama queen. Can you even believe that? He leapt from the balcony to the stage below, reportedly breaking his leg in the process. That pussy only had a 12-foot drop. Anyway, chaos erupts. Screams, panic, and he's limping out like a bitch. Here's something a lot of people don't know. He wasn't solo. Lewis Powell is slashing Seward. Seward, recovering from a recent carriage accident, was bedridden with a broken jaw. How does that happen? And some other injuries at his home in Lafayette Square, Washington, D.C. Powell, a former Confederate soldier and associate of Booth, was assigned to kill him. The idiotic plan? Powell was to enter Seward's home under the pretense of delivering medicine, gain access to the secretary's bedroom, and kill him. George George Astaroth, okay. Another conspirator was supposed to kill Vice President Andrew Johnson, but he backed out. Excuse me. Smart guy. Execution. Around 10:15 p.m., because they didn't really have too great of clocks back then, so it was around 10:15 p.m. Powell approached Seward's home, claiming to have medicine from Seward's doctor. He was allowed entry from a servant by the name of William Bell. We're gonna find out what that guy looks like here in a minute. Wouldn't you know? Once inside, Powell drew a revolver and attempted to force his way upstairs. When Seward's son, Frederick Seward, confronted him, Powell's gun misfired, He then pistol whipped Frederick, fracturing Frederick's skull. Powell burst into William Seward's bedroom, where he attacked the secretary with a Bowie knife. Seward was slashed multiple times on the face and neck, but a metal splint from his jaw injury deflected some blows, likely saving his life. It's amazing. Seward's daughter, Fanny, and a soldier, Sergeant George Robinson, attempted to intervene. Powell stabbed Robinson. Danger Will Robinson. Danger George Robinson. And injured Fanny's brother Augustus before leaving. These names go hard. In all the chaos, Powell's accomplice, David Harold, who was waiting outside, abandoned him. The outcome of all this? Seward survived the attack, though he was severely wounded and permanently scarred. His recovery was slow but successful. Powell escaped but was arrested days later at a boarding house run by Mary Surratt, another conspirator. Stupid bitch. Powell was tried, convicted, and then hanged on July 7th, 1865, along with Harold, Surratt, and Astaroth. Astaroth. A full conspiracy. But where's the cash coming from? Ding ding ding. Rothschilds via Benjamin through Confederate channels. No documents survive. Convenient, right? Right. It's like a bank robbery with the cameras off. Now what's this Astaroth guy doing? The plan. Astaroth was to go to Johnson's room at the Kirkwood house around 10:15 and kill him, likely by shooting or stabbing. Booth provided Astaroth with a room at the same hotel to facilitate the attack. The botch. Astaroth lacked the resolve for murder. Unlike Booth or Powell, he was not a hardened operative and was described as nervous and unreliable. On the night of April 14th, Astaroth checked into the Kirkwood house, but spent much of his time drinking at the hotel bar, reportedly getting intoxicated, like an idiot. I gotta cut him some slack. He's probably overwhelmed with fears or qualms about the whole situation. He never approached Johnson's room. Instead, he wandered the streets of Washington, eventually discarding his knife in a gutter and abandoning the plot entirely. Aftermath. Johnson was unharmed and made president following Lincoln's death. Astaroth's failure made him a liability to the conspiracy. He was arrested on April 20th, 1865, after authorities traced his connection to Booth and other conspirators. During his trial, evidence including his hotel registration, weapons found in his room, and testimonies from co-conspirators sealed his fate. Here's some key details. Motive: the broader conspiracy to decapitate the Union leadership, hoping to revive Confederate prospects. Astaroth's role was critical to this plan, but hinged on his shaky commitment. Astaroth's profile: a 29-year-old drifter with limited education. Astaroth was involved in smuggling for the Confederacy, but was not a natural assassin. His reluctance and incompetence stood out among the conspirators, and the impact of his failures spared Johnson, ensuring a smoother transition of power after Lincoln's death, though it did little to mitigate the national shock of the assassination itself. Alright, let's get back to Johnny Boy Booth. Booth runs like a limping bitch, but he runs. 12 days on the lam, trapped in a Virginia barn. God, that's gotta suck. Union guy Boston Corbett shoots him. Or does he? Some say Booth bounced, lived as John St. Helen, then David E. George, and then died in 1903 Texas. His kin tried exhuming him in the 90s. The court said no. Now what the fuck is up with that? Court says no. What if he's out there sipping tea, laughing? It's like Bigfoot running a bar. Wild, but you want to believe it. Either way, Lincoln's gone and the plan's rolling. Why Booth though? Why not some nobody? Because he's a star. Famous, magnetic, perfect for the role. It's like hiring a rock star to crash your party. Everyone remembers the mess. History's obsessed with him, but the real story, buried deep. Ever feel like you're watching a magic show? The trick's so good, you miss the sleight of hand. Why'd he put a bullet in Lincoln's brain? Was he a Confederate Avenger? A puppet on strings? Or, yeah, we're going there. A Zionist blade aimed at white America's throat. No breaks, no fluff. I want you to picture the scene. April 14th, 1865. Ford's Theater, Lincoln's half asleep, some corny play droning on, and Booth, dark eyes, sharp as a switchblade, slides in like death's own shadow. Bang, one shot, and history's flipped upside down. But why? What drove this pretty boy to pull the trigger? I want to rip it open more. Theory by theory. Theory Juan. Booth, the Confederate Avenger. First up, the story they fucking spoon feed you in school. Booth saw a Southern loyalist raging that Lincoln crushed the Confederacy and cutting the slaves loose. He's a lone wolf, a fanatic with a personal vendetta. Clean, simple, maybe too simple. My evidence? Check this. Booth's own words spilled beans in his diary. Yeah, he's scribbling like a brooding teen. He writes, "Our country owed all her troubles to him." I don't like that he calls our country a her. America is a fatherland, okay? Especially because this bitch-ass Booth called it a she. Ugh. Our country owed all her problems to him, Lincoln. And God simply made the instrument of his punishment. End quote. That's straight from the Library of Congress. Go dig it up. He's ranting to his actor buddy Samuel Knapp Chester months before saying Abe Lincoln must be killed. It's obsession, raw and unfiltered. The vibe. Imagine Booth as a cornered wolf, fur matted, watching his pack get gutted. The South is his blood. Lincoln's the hunter who skinned it alive. He's not sane. He's feral, running on rage and some twisted honor code. It's like a kamikaze dive. He's crashing and burning, but he's taking the enemy with him. He jumps like an idiot from that balcony. Screams, sic semper tyrannis. When I was grabbing my sippy sip, my producers let me know that means thus always to tyrants. I kinda fuck with him. I just don't fuck with Johnny Boy Booth. He's a bitch. I'm told that's Virginia's battle cry. So yeah, he screams thus always to tyrants, jumps off the stage, breaks his leg like some diva, and limps off stage. It's theater. It's theater. Literally and bloody. I mean, you ever feel like you're the only one who's seeing the mask and not the face? Well, let me peel it back for you. Showgun Theory 2. Booth, the Zionist pawn. Now it gets real juicy. Not like that. Booth wasn't just a rebel, he was a tool. A dagger swung by Jewish bankers who wanted Lincoln gone. Why? Greenbacks, 1862. A middle finger to the Rothschilds' debt empire. Records show millions just sloshing around. The bankers are livid. Plus, Lincoln's pushing colonization. Shipping freed slaves to Liberia was once a happening place. Now? Ugh, yuck. But yeah, he was shipping them to Liberia, keeping America white. That's a double gut punch, brothers. No debt, no chaos. It's like stealing a dealer's dope and torching his crib. He's out for blood. Why do you keep referencing to drug dealing? Do you do that anymore? Is there more of that? Can you not do that? Here's my evidence. Enter Judah P. Benjamin, Confederate Secretary of State. Jewish, cozy with the Rothschilds. He's the South's puppet master. He's the connect. We got letters, like one from General Beauregard, and they hint at foreign interests in the mix. Then there's Booth's roots. Say that 5 times fast. Booth's roots. Say that 5 times fast for real. Do it now. Fucking loser. There's quite a many rumors saying his grandparents were Jewish. Murky memoirs teasing it. Thin? Sure. Tasty? Oh yeah. Here's the twist. After the hit, Benjamin jets to England. Lives fat till 1884. Probably clinking glasses with Rothschilds. Meanwhile, Booth is torched in a barn. Or was he? Goes back to them aliases we were talking about. Let's get to theory number 3. Booth, the patsy, in a bigger game. Let's go a little darker, folks. What if Booth really was just the fall guy? A shiny distraction while the real players ghosted. His crew is a mess. Powell flubs Seward. Azeroth bails on Johnson. It's Clown College, not a master plan. Maybe Booth is the decoy. The 1865 trial? 8 plotters swing or rot. But the money trail's foggy. All my research points to August Belmont, Rothschild's New York bagman, funneling cash to Democrats, stirring the pot. Stirring the pot. Stirring the pot. Stirring the pot, yes. And back to Booth's diary. 18 pages missing when it hits the courtroom. FBI cops to it in 1977. Gone. Vanished. Poof. What's on those pages? Names? Orders? It's a puzzle with half the pieces swiped. Someone's covering tracks. God dang FBI. That's Booth. Scripted to drop. The real kings, they're sipping whiskey in London. London, 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 London. I'm sipping whiskey in London. Watching the pieces fall. Showgunny theory number 4. Was Booth the Zionist blade for racial chaos? Now the blackest pill. Probably you sick fuck's wet dream. Johnny Boy's hit wasn't just about Lincoln. It was about unleashing hell. Lincoln's colonization plan, send freed slaves to Liberia, dead with him. Now they stay. What? Tensions spike along with my blood pressure. Whites and blacks collide, obviously. Perfect for divide and conquer. It's like spiking the water supply to sell the cure. Chaos is the cash now, along with the actual cash that they print. After the hit, radical Republicans, Jewish ties rumored, shoved through the 14th Amendment, 1868. Blacks get citizenship, votes. The South is a bonfire. Census, 4 million freed slaves then, 40 million now. Crime jumps, cultures twist, white America's watered down. I would say it's more like a mudslide. That's better. Meanwhile, the Rothschilds bankroll both sides. War debt piling high. Forbes clocks their wealth exploding post-war. It's genius. Kill the man, kill the dream, profit off the wreckage. Lincoln was the only dam holding back the flood. Booth was the dynamite, rigged to blow it wide. The Zionist bankers, they're the architects, watching the torrent drown while they float above. Ever feel like you're sinking when someone else sails by? That's their hustle. So what's the real deal, patriot, pawn, Zionist dagger? Maybe all of it. History's a snarl. The victors pen the tale, and who runs the publishing houses? But here's the truth, Nuke. Lincoln's vision, separation, not chaos, died with him, and we're choking on the fallout. Crime stats, demographic flips, cultural decay. It's all threads in Booth's web. We're still bleeding from that bullet, brothers, whether we see it or not. Don't sleep on this. Dig into the diaries. Follow the money. Shred the narrative. The internet is lit with leads. Chase them. We're not pawns, we're warriors. And the game's still alive. History's a lie agreed upon. But truth? It's a blade. Sharp. Double-edged even. And ours to wield. Keep it close. Swing it hard. What happens next, huh? Lincoln's out. Andrew Johnson staggers in. Drunk. Racist. A mess. Reconstruction's a disaster. And the radical Republicans, Jewish puppets, ram through the 14th Amendment. Jewish Senator Emanuel Seller's baby. America was 90% white before then. Now we'll be minorities by 2035, 2040 at best.
As the crowd whips themselves into a mindless frenzy, the larger shaboons assert their dominance in a display of their aggressiveness. Note the colorful headdresses, made from the hair of their vanquished enemies.
That's Lincoln's nightmare unleashed. Blacks, then others, replacing us. While Jewish media calls it progress, it's like spiking a punch at a party. Things get ugly fast. Or it's more like a chef poisoning your food and calling it gourmet. Smiling while you choke. And convincing all the white women to do it with them. Culture's the real battlefield. Hollywood, music, schools, all Jewish-led, shoving diversity down our throats. It's literally like a virus in your brain. You don't know you're infected till you're begging for more. You shut up. But are we done, brothers? No, we're waking up. So where's the hope, huh? Right here, us. We've been crushed before. Thermopylae, 480 BC, 300. White Spartans against 1,000,000. The Crusades, 1096. White Knights reclaiming holy ground. Vienna, 1683. Stopping the Turks cold. We're forged in fire, brothers. The founding stock is alive. Millions of us. Yes, millions of us. Eyes open. White-pilled posts everywhere. Look at them. They're beautiful. Unfortunately, those aren't the posts I'm getting lost in on X. More like this one, and 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 that one, and this one, and that one, and this one, and that one, and that one, and this one, and that one, and that one, and that one, and this one, and this one, and that one, and this one, and that one. You are the army, listening right now. We are a bear in hibernation, drugged by lies and actual drugs. Depressing, unfortunate, sad. Drugged but stirring. Every truth is a claw sharpening. Every show like this and many others. Definitely go to this one. Definitely go to that one. Definitely go to this one if you're Catholic and don't mind being ridiculed. Oh, this one's my favorite right now. So many facts. All the facts. All the histories. All the Eastern Europeans. All the Eastern Europeans. Like literally every single time Eastern European. It's amazing. We need 1,000 voices. I'm not enough. These shows aren't enough. Until every white man, white woman, and white child is saying the same things, thinking, feeling, acting upon the same things, the war is not over. This is a generational war. And I know I talk about Jefferson and how do I say this? There will be a time when we water that tree. But until that time comes, we don't need blood. We just need brains. Build our media. The Eagle's Edge. Teach our kids Homer, not handouts. Outvote. Outsmart. Purge their influence. It's like a garden. We pull weeds, not burn the field. At least not yet. Picture it. The year's 2045. Whites rising, culture ours, my mane waving like a damn banner. We'll write the story. And they'll say, Showgun said it, this guy said it, also this guy, and that guy, definitely this guy. You are the flame, brothers. Keep it lit, and we'll burn the lies to ash. Let's roll. This has been the Eagle's Edge, brought to you by Founding America. Returning America to its once former glory. May Christ the King bless you and the whole of our folk. Good night. Nailed it. Wait, I've actually got some more theories on that.
Good morning. This is for the South Africans who are going to be entering the United States. This is just a public service announcement. Our president, he has Secret Service, and you will not. I also want to tell you that black people over here are empowered. These are just public service announcements. When you get here, sit your ass down and don't touch nothing because you don't have Secret Service. Okay. Now have the day you deserve.
This video is for the white Afrikaners who are coming to the United States. I think you've already landed here. And I know that some of the folks who met you at the airport told you, welcome, we're so glad you're here. Most of us aren't glad you're here, okay? We don't want you here. We never wanted you here.
Shoot to kill, Yamasa. Kill the poor, the farmer. Kill the poor, the farmer. Brrr.